Let's hear it for the very funny Gwen Sunkel.
Hi, Helium. Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you so much for that round of applause, y'all. You know, they say that you can't put a price on friendship, but I feel like those people have never convinced their best friend to glove up and fish a used condom out of their body, thus saving them a $377 trip to the emergency room. Right? Like she's getting the last Pringle in the can, right? Yeah. And I know what some of you are thinking. Gwen, that sounds like a very specific number. As if you've received an itemized bill for just such an occasion. To which I say, mind your own business. They also say it's bad luck to break a mirror, but guess who's got 37 mirrors now, bitch? What? Yeah, I only paid for one of them. I'm gonna be looking at myself and doing cocaine all night. I like to go out with dudes with beards, which I know is surprising because it doesn't look like I like to go out with dudes at all. And I get it. I'm really leaning into this bisexual substitute art teacher situation. I get it. I have a mirror. No, but I like to go out with dudes with beards and knuckle tattoos, right? Because it looks like they can really finger bang, you know, just like, Like if the hamburger helper hand had knuckle tattoos, it would be over for me, right? Like, fake tits, real beer. That's what I imagine the hamburger helper's knuckle tattoos say. So recently I was down in the great city of Louisville. It's in Kentucky, if you've heard of it, yeah. And I was down there to do comedy, and before the comedy show, I was walking around going to like record stores and bookstores and coffee shops and hipster bullshit like that. And in the city of Louisville that day, they were holding an event called Whisker Mania, which was a professional beard growing competition. So all day long, my basement was just like flooded, right? Like if you could have taken my underwear and thrown it against the wall, it would have been like silly putty, like floop, 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 floop. Like, have you ever stepped in a puddle and then eventually your shoe dries out, but later you take that shoe off and you're like, this sock is still really damp. What happened, right? It's a lot like that. So I guess what I'm saying, you guys, is like #MeToo. I'm also a piece of shit, right? Like, these are not things that you should be thinking about strangers in public, but here I am thinking that this beard is like a natural fiber welcome mat, you know, for my ass, right? Like it's super absorbent. Like it's made of jute, you know, something really gonna stand up to the weather, right? Then afterwards, you can just get in there like a shop vac, like, I guess it's all probably because I have a lot of daddy issues. You guys, I have a lot of daddy issues. And I think that's because my father passed away when I was very young, and all his life he had always subscribed to National Geographic magazine. So then when he died, he left me all of those issues of the... So I have all of my dad's issues. My dad. I'm just kidding, you guys. My dad's not dead. I've never met him, but still alive. So, this is not a joke. My grandfather recently passed away, and it's not sad, you guys. He lived to be 90 years old, and he died in his sleep, like a best case scenario for a human being dying. But the real tragedy was that I had to go to his funeral, all right? Because those things are the worst, right? Right? Yeah. Here's what I want when I die. I want like a jar of my ashes under like a floor-to-ceiling banner that just says, dump them out. And then everybody can take turns airing any grievances they have about me while the song Stranglehold by Ted Nugent plays on a loop in the background, right? It's a 7.5-minute song, and you're renting the room by the hour. Figure it out, y'all. Form a line, right? And instead of a headstone, I want you to affix stuffed animals to the telephone pole closest to where I died, like for several years. I want this to go on for an uncomfortably long time, you guys. People should have forgotten who I am by the time you say. Is this too regional for y'all? Is that joke too? Are you guys 2 yardsticks and a cross when somebody dies? Is that what y'all do? I'm sorry. Yeah, I can amend it. No, but so my grandfather passed away, and at the funeral, this woman comes up to me and shakes my hand, and she says, your grandfather truly lived every day up until his last. And I was like, that is the literal definition of dying, Barbara. Is that supposed to make me feel better? Have a seat. But the worst part was, I'm not particularly religious or anything, and the service was in a church, so the pastor was saying the prayer just made me so uncomfortable. Because it was like, dear Lord, we come to you today and lift up Dick. My grandfather's name was Dick, by the way. We come to you today, Lord, and we lift up to you Dick. This Dick we have known now for 90 years. This Dick that has left a Dick-shaped hole in our hearts. A hole that we are not sure we will find another Dick to fill. Lord, we ask that you take this Dick in your 2 very strong hands and lift him up and plunge him into a river of goodness over. It was super awkward, you guys. That's been my time. Thank you so much. Have a good night.